What is the best time frame to trade? This is a question I get all the time. And then I decided, let's do a video to explain this further. The simple answer is there is no best time frame because it depends on a couple of parameters. Of course, it depends on the individual. It depends on some parameters such as the trading style, the type of trader that you are. It depends on the availability that you have to trade. It also depends on the session that you're going to be trading. Now let's elaborate some more on these three. There are other parameters as well, but let's stick to these three for now because they are key factors. Now the first one, the type of trader that you are. We have the scalper, intraday, swing, and position trader. And by the way, these time frames that we have are 1 minute, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hours, 1 day, 1 week, and 1 month. And this is even for the MetaTrader 4. For the MT5, we have about 21 time frames. So based on the type of trader that you are, a scalper, when you hear about a scalper, that is someone that's in and out within a few seconds to a few minutes. So a scalper would most likely be using 1 minute, 5 minutes, or maybe even 15 minutes time frame. You wouldn't expect a scalper to be using like 4 hours or 1 day time frame to place trades. No. So the type of trader determines a lot about the time frame you're going to be using. So if you're a scalper, of course, automatically you are more or less going to be using those fast time frames that we just mentioned. If you're a swing trader, you might probably be using around 30 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hours. If you are like a position trader, then you start to use the higher time frames like the daily, weekly, monthly time frames. I think we missed out on one, the intraday trader. The intraday trader might probably be using like maybe 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour. You need to understand that this type of trader is very key in order to determine the type of time frame that you're going to be using. And then we have the availability. What if you're the kind of person that you are 9 to 5? You work 9 to 5. Of course, you wouldn't have time during your work period to be staring at the market. Staring at the market simply means that you're going to be using the lower time frames, 1 minute, 5 minutes, 15 minutes. Your concentration is going to be broken. Imagine if you're a doctor or you're a surgeon and then you claim to be a scalper and then you place a trade and then you are called in for an emergency. Of course, that patient would not be your concentration. Your mind will be on the trade that you have placed or the trades that you have placed, maybe just before NFP or just before FOMC or any of those high impact news, and then you didn't use stop loss. So you would expect that based on your availability, it would highly, determine the type of time frame that you're going to be using. Very key, very, very important. And then even when it comes to the session, we have the Sydney, Tokyo, London, and New York session. Assuming now you are somewhere in Africa or in Europe, and then you want to trade Tokyo session. I wouldn't advise you to go and be using the lower time frames to trade Tokyo session. You can't even trade the whole Tokyo session. That is when you're supposed to be sleeping. And at that point in time, the truth now is that your attention level would be very low. You'll be sleepy. You would easily make mistakes. You need to consider these time frames because they are very, very important. And of course, it's going to be based on these parameters that we have mentioned. So once again, there is no best time frame to use. And even by the way, we have traders today that they are combining time frames. So you need to know what works for you. Some traders are using like a top-down market analysis approach where they're using different time frames from the daily, 4 hours, and then 1 hour, maybe even down to 5 minutes, trying to refine the entry. So you typically need to understand that based on these parameters, the type of trader that you are, meaning that you need to know the type of trader that you are, also your availability to trade, and then the session that you want to be trading. This is to determine the type of trader that you are. One thing I normally advise people that say, oh, I don't have time to trade. I work, I'm doing this, I'm schooling, and so on. And then I advise them, why not move over to a higher time frame? Why not move over to like the 4 hours time frame? The 4 hours time frame simply means in a day, you don't need to check the market more than 6 times because we have 6 candles, 6 4 hours candles. So as we have 4 hours candles, that means that you're going to check probably like every 5 or 10 minutes just before the end of that 4 hours candle. Mind you, about 2 of them you're going to be sleeping. Think about it. So that means that if you're looking at the market from the 4 hours time frame perspective, which might be your go-to time frame because of your availability, because of the type of trader that you are, and so on. This will now help you to easily look at the market. There's nothing in the market, leave the market, and then go and do other things. You can easily concentrate on your 9 to 5. You can easily concentrate on other things. You can sleep properly. How many of you today do not know the best time frame to use? If you are raising your hand up, then I can tell you that your trading is scattered. It is all over the place. So you need to first of all determine the type of trader that you are, determine the session that you would like to trade, determine your availability, and a few other parameters. These are going to help you to understand time frames better, and then you will see for yourself that truly your own best time frame is going to be different from the next trader. If this video was helpful, do give it a thumbs up. If you have any question whatsoever, feel free to comment in the section below, right? And of course, if you are new to the channel, subscribe and then turn on the notification bell. Any question you have, we will do a video for you, and for others, I would explain this or explain that for you to think about it, because we normally say from a common sense approach is how we're going to be looking at things, and that's why the name of this academy is CSA Forex. Well, with that said, I want to say thank you guys. Do have a lovely day, and make sure to trade safely. Use your stop loss to protect your account to limit your losses, and of course calculate your position size, your volume, your lot sizes appropriately. Thank you guys. See you at another time. Cheers.